was a bit away from him, but it was still there. He remembered what happened in that red pipe, the memories he cherished. He could see, at the end of the pipe, two people. A younger version of him, but that was still for 13, and an older one that was 23. The 13-year-old had a collar on his, indicating that he was not free. He did not have freedom. He did not know the ways between right and wrong. He did not know what was going to happen to him. He did not know how much would change in his life. The other one knew exactly what he was going to do. And yet, the 13-year-old stared at the other one that was much younger than him. But this 13-year-old was more mature than the other one. The 13-year-old stood alone, watching at the two, laughing and giggling over snow. A 14-year-old appeared behind the child that was standing there alone. An older version of him, one that knows what's going to happen to him. One that knows all of the mistakes and past things that they could never change. The 14-year-old says, "You will be able to reunite with your father and be able to fix everything, but it will never be the same." The 13-year-old knew this. The 13-year-old always knew this, that nothing would ever be able to be the same. So many things have happened in those past months and weeks. So many things that they were not proud of, that they should not experience, that they should not have even heard of. But yet they still went through it. The child didn't cry. The child could never cry. Because he knew crying was useless. An older figure, about in her mid-20s, walks over and stands next to the child. That was his mother, the only adult that he could trust in this world after everything that has happened to him. The younger child looked at her and stated, "We have to go down there. We have to free my younger self." They both agreed as they walked down there slowly together. The 14-year-old trod behind. The mother could not see him, but the 13-year-old could. He knew he was making the right choice. They walked towards the pipe. The red pipe. They walked through it together, hand in hand, and they went into it. They kept walking. They saw two shadowy figures at the distance. A dog. It was a person, but they called it the dog. And the other one, the smaller 13-year-old, still the same as the one that was speaking. Snowfall started playing in the background. He got emotional, but he did not cry. He took the collar off the smaller one. "You're free," he stated, as the smaller 13-year-old turned into a bird and flew away. He knew that his past self was free, to be a kid, to always be a kid. The 14-year-old was impressed and very proud. The 14-year-old put an arm on his shoulder, but the 13-year-old waved the 14-year-old's hand away and pushed the dog off the cliff. He did not belong there. The memories that the kid shared with him did not belong to the mutt. They only belonged to the child. All of the memories that have happened here, they only belonged to the child, not the 23-year-old, not the groomer, not your other ex-father. They did not belong to him. They only belonged to you. And yet, the kid finally started crying. He knew it was useless, but he couldn't help himself. The mother hugged him very tightly, but he did not deserve that hug. He never deserved that hug. He never deserved any other likeness or love. Part of him knew that he did. A part of him knew that he was just saying this to make the world a better place, but it was not making the world a better place. He could never change the world. The world was full of criminals and governments that wouldn't let people run free. The government wouldn't let people run who they actually wanted to be. If you were born the wrong gender, you couldn't change into the gender you wanted to be. You couldn't run free. People would just bully you, call you the same thing, not call you your name that you want to be called. And yet the child knew that it was useless to cry. But he knew the world was a bad place. VR was supposed to be a safe place for him, but it never was. That's where everything went downhill as soon as he got the VR headset. And yet he knew crying was useless. Crying was absolutely useless. Crying only makes your eyes burn. And oh, his eyes did burn. But he still realized crying was useless. But the 14-year-old said, "It is okay to cry. You are loved, you are special. Everyone loves you, everyone adores you. Do not let what the others think." And he knew that he was right. So he stared at the stars and he stared at the snow. And the 14-year-old slowly removed the collar from his neck. He was free. Free from the grasp, all the ones that wronged him. His eyes still burned. The tears that shouldn't have been running down his nose dripped. But he knew he was free. And he hugged his mother back. Nothing would be the same like the way it used to be, but he could make things better. Every drop of happiness is like a grain of rice. And if you're more happy, the rice goes into a jar. The bigger the grain, the more it will fill up. His jar wasn't even halfway full, but he knew it would be soon. Things would get better. You are loved. Remember that.